Okay, friends, I've got your workout today for Tuesday, April 7th. We have another boot camp set up for you. Quick little flow sesh. I'm going to have you guys do 2 rounds of 2 different groups. We'll have mini band work first, 2 rounds of lateral walking. So first we're going to be nice and tall, wearing your bands around the knee area just above, and then at the ankles, nice and tall, chest open, spine neutral. Gonna have you lateral walk 10 in each direction. So step out with your lead foot, the back foot picks up and meets the other. So 10 in each direction. Once you finish 10, go in the opposite direction again. Step up or out with that lead foot, and then the trail foot steps up to meet the other. Okay, 10, 10, and then you'll follow that up with 5 squats. Full range of motion, stay tight through the core, gaze is toward the floor. We're not bottoming out in this squat as well. Okay, after 5 of those squats, you have 10 monster walks in each direction. So step out at an angle, pick up that back foot, meet the other, step out in the opposite angle, and then together. So 10 forward, 10 back. Okay, followed by 5 bridges. Again, like last week, if getting up and down from the ground is difficult for you, save this for last, but push those knees out, active through the thighs here, lift and squeeze the glutes and release. Squeeze at the top and release, just 5 of those. And then you'll repeat that on the second round. I would like you to be more athletic stance. So start tall first, bring yourself down at athletic stance, and then step out, and then feet meet just like before, okay? Before you go in the other direction, make sure you stand up to give your body a rest, and then repeat that process, okay? You'll have 5 squats again, and then you'll have your monster walk in that athletic stance, nice and low, but chest open, trying not to round your back. Rest, and then 10, moving back, okay? And then finish that up with the bridges. Now, if you are saving the bridges for the end, just do 2 sets of 5 bridges with a little bit of a rest in between, okay? Then you'll go into 2 rounds of what we did last time with that walk out to plank. Touch the toes, walk the hands out, find your perfect plank, count to 3, walk those hands back, and rise. You'll do this 10 times, and then move on. You have 5 odd object RDLs. That could be a dumbbell, it could be a backpack, whatever is of weight that you can hold on to. Set those shoulders back, chest open, gaze comes down as you send those hips back. Notice that my legs are straight, but my knees are unlocked. You'll have 5 of these, okay? Then you'll have 10 of your alternating kneel to stand. You're stepping back, knees meet, step up, switch leads, switch sides, okay? You can do this body weight, or you can hold on to an odd object. Like so, until you get to 10, okay? And then, little change from last week, we have 5 each side bird dogs. So you'll come to all 4s, spread the fingers wide, hands directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. Take that right leg, stick it out, point the toe, opposite hand, reaches in the opposite direction. Okay, bring the hand down, then the knee down, switch legs, switch arms, pause, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, until you get to 5 each leg. Okay, so that was the flow sesh. Next is the boot camp intervals. We changed it just a little bit from last week, a little less time spent doing the work. So the time in which you work might vary from person to person, and we'll put these instructions in TRIIB. RX, I want you to work for 45 seconds and rest for 15. Level 3, we want you working for 40 seconds and resting for 20 seconds. Level 2, you will work for 30 seconds, rest for 15. And level 1, you're gonna work for 30 seconds and rest for 30 seconds. Okay, so there's 2 versions of this workout. The time domains are the same, and the AMRAP at the end of both of these are the same. Movements change just based on whether or not you have enough equipment or personal preference. Okay, so option 1, exercise 1 you'll have is your quick taps, and you can use a step, a bench, maybe even your dumbbells, but make sure that your body weight is behind you and your lead foot is just barely tapping onto the object in front. Okay, so for the entire work period, you're just moving like so. To bring it up a notch, you can pump those hands overhead. Anytime you're working with hands above your head, it is going to elevate that heart rate just a little bit more, make you breathe a little harder. Okay, then after your 4 rounds of that, you'll rest for a minute. You're going to go into curtsy lunges next. You can go body weight only. You can have a little bit of weight in hand, whatever works for you. So what you'll do is your working foot's going to come back behind your non-working foot, and you're going to reach toward the floor with that back knee, okay? You're either just holding onto the weight or not at all. You can also high pull in the center. So pull up, touch, pull up, touch, whatever you prefer. 4 rounds of that at your working time. 1 minute to rest after all 4 rounds are done. Then you have mountain climbers. So with the mountain climbers, we're not going to be super strict with mechanics. We just want that heart rate pumping. So if you're on the floor, you're just going to jog in place while you're in that plank. You can also do this onto a chair or a stair step, jogging in that plank. All right, 4 rounds of that. 1 minute rest. Then you have plank march. Yeah, you're back on the floor. So you're in a nice high plank here, and you're going to alternate the elbow lead. So right elbow down, then left elbow, right elbow up, and then left. Whichever one you just finished with is now the lead. If that confuses you, just stick with one side working per round, because you'll have 4 rounds. You'll end up doing 2 on each side if you do it that way. All right, 1 minute rest after that, and then you have lateral leaps. Option 1 is just to literally just leap side to side, or maybe leaping over a dumbbell. Okay? If you really want to get that heart rate up, and I might slip because I'm wearing socks, you're gonna leap out to the side and step. Whichever your body prefers. I know we've got a lot of high impact stuff lately, just because we want to give you that challenge with what little equipment we have. All right, and then your last movement on the list is wipers. How I like to do them, because I have this compression here, I always place my hands at the small of my back or my tailbone. But I'm going to get close to a wall. Hands right where I said. Point the toes. And without hitting a wall, I'm just going to move my legs side to side like a pendulum. Now, range of motion is going to vary person to person. That is okay. Whatever works for you. It's a total core workout, especially that transverse abdominis through here. Okay? Then after that movement, the 4 rounds, you're going to rest for an entire 3 minutes. And then for 1 full minute, you're going to give me air squats. As many as possible inside 1 minute. And of course, always breaking parallel, chest up, hands off the body. Your score is how many you get in that 1 minute. Okay, option B. First movement is you're on a rower or you have a bike, get on there for calories. If you don't have those, maybe you're just jogging in place. Maybe you're doing high knees. Maybe you're skipping that up with, or shaking things up a little bit with some butt kicks. Whatever gets your legs pumping and your heart rate up. Okay, 4 rounds of that, 1 minute rest. Then you'll have dumbbell thrusters. You heard me right. So you want to pick something light enough that you can go your entire 40, 45, 30 seconds of work where your full range of motion, hips open, and then that bell goes overhead. If you only have one dumbbell, either split the time in half in which your hand is working, or 1 round do right hand, 1 round do the left hand. Again, you're doing 4 rounds, so you'll get like 2 out of each round if you do it that way. Okay, 1 minute rest, and then jump rope. Yep, jump rope again. If you don't have a jump rope, you can do the tap that you saw earlier in option A, or you can do some regular jumping jacks, not the power jacks, just get the heart pumping again, okay? After that, you get your 1 minute rest, you'll have man makers. Start with your dumbbells in each hand or one hand. Come to the floor, you're gonna jump back, perform your push-up. If you don't have a push-up in this position, you can drop to your knees at this point. Here, and then row. Push up again, row. Okay, jump up, stand up, squeeze the glutes when you get up, and then repeat that entire time. If you have one dumbbell, dumbbell in one hand, take it to the floor, come down, push up, row that one side, stand up, switch hands. So you're gonna cut that down a little bit for equipment purposes. As long as you keep moving and you're incorporating that jump and that rowing piece. Okay, 4 rounds of that, 1 minute rest. Then you have dumbbell, odd object, whatever works. RDLs, start with a proud chest. Keep that spine neutral, send those hips back. Gaze comes down as that odd object reaches toward the floor. If you want to go a little heavier with this one, you can. Completely up to you and whatever objects you have to work with in your home. All right, so 4 rounds of that, 1 minute rest, and then you too get the wipers. And again, when I say where you place your hands, this is where I'm holding so that I don't feel that tension in my spine, and you're able to focus on bracing in the core here and working the transverse abdominis as your legs tick-tock side to side without hitting that wall, okay? 3 minutes of rest after those 4 rounds are done, and then you too have the 1 minute AMRAP air squats, okay? As always, ask us questions, just keep moving, even if it's not this workout, keep talking to us, keep active, let us know what you're up to, ask us questions, vent to us, whatever, let us know what you're up to. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye.